Hey HubSpotters, in this video I want to show you the Leads tool. Now you might have seen this before in the sales workspace, but this is somewhat of a new refurbished version of it from HubSpot, and I'm going to show you how to find it, how to turn it on, the different automations that you want to set up, and then how you can manage your leads before they actually become deals in your sales pipeline. So let's dive right into it. I'm on the Leads page right now. To find this, you can go to the CRM on the left side and then click on this Leads button right here. You can also find leads if you go to a sales workspace. I'll open that in another tab here. And you go to prospects in the sales workspaces will also open up the leads tool as well. You click on leads right there, and I'm back over to the same similar workspace that you saw earlier. So there's two areas in which you can find this for now. HubSpot might update that in the future, but let's just take a look at this leads tab or this leads page here. First of all, we've got this. It is basically like a living spreadsheet. This is how you can track the leads inside of HubSpot. So what you want to do is turn this tool on. In order to do that, you can go to the actions at the top right corner and click settings. You could also just go straight to the settings, and on the left side here, scroll down under data management, click this objects drop down, and then click on leads. Here's where you can actually turn this tool on. If it's not turned on, you can also click on a button. It should also be displayed there as well. Let's look at some of the automations that you can set up so that this is tracking leads properly. So first of all, ask about lead ownership right in the middle of your screen here. Do we want to sync lead owners with the contact or company owners? Usually I have that turned on, as well as the activities, so that we can see when I click on a lead what activities occurred with that contact and or lead. Now don't get it mixed up. Contacts and leads are actually two different things inside of HubSpot, but you cannot create a lead without a contact. So there will always be a contact that's associated to a lead, and the lead is where you'll actually take this opportunity to qualify it and make that lead an opportunity inside of your deal pipeline. So this is the first page here for setup. However, that's not exactly how you'll set it up. I'll show you where the first thing that you'll want to set up here is. These are all the different lead stages. Think of it just like a deal pipeline, but for leads. And again, you want this to be a little bit more automated and kind of like an active spreadsheet that's seeing who's a new lead versus the ones that I'm attempting to reach out to. Maybe I've sent an email, maybe I've made a phone call and nobody picked up, and then who I've connected with, so a reply from an email, a outcome on a call that said connected, and then who I've qualified that I actually want to create a deal with and pursue this opportunity. And then disqualified, who's not part of my ICP, maybe they've ghosted me, etc. So these are all the different stages for the leads. I'll go back to that leads page again and then show you the different options and how that works. This is where you also have pipeline rules here, but automate is where you'll actually turn on this tool. So you want to start creating leads in this leads page here. This is the area where you can turn that on. We've got create lead option here, and what HubSpot recommends is through the lifecycle stage. So we already have another video about lifecycle stages. You can check out our sidekick here and search for the lifecycle stage and have a better understanding of what each lifecycle stage means. But most companies are turning on the leads tool. I'll click this edit button here and creating a lead based off of the lifecycle stage of marketing qualified lead, or even lead itself. Lead is another lifecycle stage option there. You can choose whichever one best fits for you. Then once you've chosen that, there's a couple of automations that I'd recommend to turn on right away. That is this attempting and connected stage. So what happens? How do you automatically put a new lead into these stages? Well, if you turn this on, this will allow you to add them to the attempting stage. And if this might be a different stage inside of your pipeline. I would typically recommend to keep it the same as what HubSpot defaults options are, but I have seen others adjust it before. Maybe they want to add a sales accepted lead stage or something of that nature. But anyways, anything that's in the new lead stage and you want to set up as attempting here, you can choose that. It could also be connected, but attempting would be anytime somebody has an email has been sent, logged, and a call is made or logged, or even a message is being logged. Then once that lead replies to an email, or you have a call that is connected for an outcome, or a meeting is booked and it has completed, that means that you've actually connected with that person. That is a automation that you can set up right here. You turn that on and it will move the lead into that connected stage. So keeping these things in mind here, I'm going to go back to this tab and we're looking at the leads page now, and think about how this could be an active spreadsheet for your salespeople, for yourself, for your salesperson. This will allow you to automatically move leads from one stage to the next. And we can also filter leads on this page here. Maybe we just want to see the new leads or attempting or connected or qualified or disqualified leads. Maybe you want to change this for the lead owner. Mind you, if you go through the sales workspace, you will see you by default as a lead owner and all of your leads in there. You can also create more than one lead pipeline. Would I recommend this right out of the gate? Probably not, but there is the option there as well. You can also create lead properties too. So maybe there's something specific that you want to grab over from the contact over to the lead, sync a property. You can do that, and then you can actually display it here by editing the columns and adding that property to your columns here. So that is a very brief overview of the leads tool. That's how you're going to turn it on in the settings, how you're going to automate moving leads through the pipeline here. And then, of course, if something is qualified, I'll click this new lead here. I will click disqualified. You have the different options there. And if you qualify it, it will ask you to create that deal, and then you can move that deal through the pipeline. So that is the leads tool in a nutshell. I hope that this video helped, and we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for watching.